Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Crafting with Cosplay Fabrics. My name is Indra and today I'm going to show you how to make a Scarlet Witch tiara. So for this tutorial I will not be going over how to create the pattern for the tiara as there are so many wonderful resources online and so many amazing available. For this project I'm going to be using the Sphinxy Cosplay patterns, and you can find these on their Etsy, and I'll be sure to leave all those links in the information box. So onto materials. I'm going to be using the technique that I had explained a few videos ago, where I use heat and bond to fuse fabric to foam. So I'm going to be using the Heat and Bond Ultra Hold, and that's the one that comes in the red packaging. And for the fabric, I'm going to be using this beautiful Burgundy Stretch Twill, and this is from the Spring 2022 Yaya Han collection, and I can't wait for you to see this fabric and the rest of the collection. For the rest of the materials, I'm going to be using an X-Acto knife, scissors, an iron, an ironing board, as well as 2mm EVA foam. That one is also from the Yaya Han collection, and also your glue of choice. I'm going to be using hot glue and hot glue sticks. However, you can choose whichever one you prefer that works with EVA foam. Okay, so there are two ways that you can do the pattern for this, how you can transfer it, and one of them is by printing out the patterns and then transferring that. You can either use a pen, or you can even just kind of score over the EVA foam. The other way is what I did is I transferred this pattern onto my Cricut, and I just created an SVG for myself just to use for this, and I just used my Cricut machine with it. I made sure it was to the size that I wanted, and all I did was just score the EVA foam, and that way it made it super easy for me to do this. I just wanted to make this as easy on myself as possible. However, this is very time consuming, so I warn you right now. Okay, so now that we have all of the patterns transferred onto the EVA foam, either via Cricut or by drawing it or scoring it or whatever you have decided, then it's time to do the heat and bond. The first thing that you want to do is remove any of the excess of the EVA foam, so you can just basically have a rectangle that is pretty close to the shape of the tiara. Then you're gonna want to cut a piece of the fabric that is about the size of that rectangle, and then a piece of the heat and bond that is slightly smaller than your fabric piece. And next you're gonna want to adhere the heat and bond to the fabric, and you want to put the shiny textured side onto the back of the fabric. Make sure that you're using a pressing cloth or wax paper for this project. Once you have that piece all done, then you can go ahead and remove that backing off of the heat and bond and attach your foam piece to it. If your fabric has cooled at this point, try to warm your foam a little bit and then stick it to the heat and bond so that there is some slight adhesion. And what I highly recommend, because we're working with such a large piece and we're working with stretch fabric, is once you have those two semi together, go ahead and cut around the tiara as close as possible, like both the fabric and the tiara. Close it, make sure that you are as close to the shape as possible. And then you can go ahead and use the iron to finish ironing that whole piece, and do this in sections and work in bits. You can always go back in, and you're going to notice that all of the etchings that you had done, or if you end up using the Cricut, that all of those lines are going to become much deeper. And this is going to make it very, very easy to cut out all of the pieces. Once you have your fabric and foam adhered, it is time to cut out all of those tiny pieces. I highly recommend using an X-Acto knife and a small, sharp pair of scissors. And you want to take your time doing this and make sure that you're putting your pieces off to the side so that you don't lose track of what is what, because it is sort of like a puzzle. Once you have all of your pieces cut out, then we can go ahead and attach those to the base and just glue them one at a time until they're all together. If you happen to have any pieces that are kind of like sticking out a little bit, or that the base is a little larger or something like that, don't worry about it. You can always, once everything is attached, you can go ahead and make any adjustments and snip those so that it's nice and even. And that's it. And you are left with this awesome, textured, beautiful tiara that is super light. And at this point, you can attach the any sort of elastics or any like loops or anything like that that you want. You can also just do like a little loop that you can just attach with some hairpins. Really, this is your choice. You can also use magnets if you want to attach them directly to your wig. So as you can see, it is very, very easy. It looks awesome. It photographs beautifully, especially because of the beautiful textures of that fabric. So I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that it helps you with your future projects. And if you happen to make this tiara using this tutorial, please tag us. We will absolutely love to see your work. And if you have any questions, concerns, or anything, let us know, or let us know any ideas for any future tutorials or anything like that. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon for another tip, trick, or tutorial featuring Cosplay Fabrics. Bye-bye.